live from the planet Lovetron. Episode 42, Thomas Game Podcast. I go by the name of
DJ Realm Life.
Here, my co-host. After Valentine's Day, after that other day, yesterday, we're gonna talk about.
What?
Oops. Wrong one.
No, that was the right one. That was the right
We'll take
one.
that.
You know my name. It's just Tiffany. You know my name. It's just Tiffany.
Episode 42. How you doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm feeling really good. Feeling blessed, thankful, grateful. How about you?
Glass of water. Good.
Yeah, I'm doing it different tonight, you guys. I got a glass of water, not a glass of wine.
Good.
For now.
In a couple of weeks.
I know it's been a minute since we did a podcast.
Yeah, man.
Got a couple of announcements.
Yeah. First, I want to say, happy belated. Yesterday was happy
International Women's Day.
There we go. Who would have thought? Coming from the woman basher, aka Corey Holcomb. Let's do it again. Happy International Women's Day. There we go.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. Shout out to all the women that made a difference out there in our culture.
Okay.
All of them. Michelle Obama, Regina King, all the pioneers, man.
Who's the
Too many
woman
names.
basher?
You say I'm one.
I never said that you was a woman. Why would I say you were a woman basher?
But anyway, happy
That sounds
Women's
bad. That
International
sounds
Day.
like
It does, it really does.
abusive.
It does.
Don't
It
even
does.
own that title.
It does. But again, shout out to all the women out there. Yeah. First time listeners, you know what to do already, man. Subscribe, YouTube, hit the notification bell. Also check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other listening platforms as well.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm glad we back. We have a couple of announcements. We miss y'all, man. It seems like we haven't done one since the Isaac Wright interview.
Right. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. Episode 41 with Isaac Wright Jr.
Yeah, that was dope. That was real dope. Yeah. And we haven't talked to them since Valentine's Day. We did a giveaway for Valentine's Day. Shout out to our brother Todd, Motivated for Christ. He donated the basket.
Shout out to him.
Yep. Shout out to Stephanie. She was our winner for that basket.
Steph, what up?
Yeah. So wow. I mean,
What was in that basket?
it was a unisex basket. So it was a his and hers. So it had bath and body lotion for her and for him. It had a candle in there, some candy, a teddy bear.
So what if it's not a him? What do you do with that lotion? And then
Oh,
body
well,
wash?
I'm sure she knows a guy. I mean, not saying my Stephanie. I don't know, but just generally speaking,
Do you use
you
it?
know a guy. The woman?
Yeah.
No, you can give it to a guy that you know.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a couple's basket, just unisex, just in case a man won. There's something for him.
Oh, okay. All right. Good to hear.
But yeah, thanks, Motivated for Christ, for donating that basket to us.
Good stuff. There's something else I wanted to say too before we get started. I can't remember what it was.
Was it about Valentine's Day? Or
Oh, hold on. In the words of cannabis, it's not my words.
Cannabis.
Rapper cannabis, not the drug though.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah. So that miscue right there. This ain't a celebration, but it's been some time, man. In the words of cannabis, man, greatest rapper alive. The greatest rapper died on March 9th. Rest in peace to Frank White, aka Notorious B.I.G. He died today. Rest in peace to him. And if you haven't, man, check out that documentary on him. I got a story to tell on Netflix. It's really dope.
Man, it's still, I don't know, it sound weird. I guess because we listen to his music all the time. It just don't feel like he's dead.
Nah, it
Because
does.
his music is still relevant. Like, it's still like you can turn on any Biggie album, any Biggie song, and jam to it like it just came out.
Yeah, you can, but he's gone. You know. Definitely,
Yeah, I know.
Definitely
I know,
remember
'cause,
that
you
phone
know.
call Sunday morning. You know, I definitely remember that phone call. Yeah. So prayers go out to him and his family, man. His family, you know, his friends. So what we want to get into?
Let's talk about this Coming to America movie, you guys. If y'all listening to us right now or you're listening on YouTube, what did y'all think about Coming to America 2? I thought it was whack.
That's all you got?
I didn't like it. I wasn't into it. I think I fell asleep. Didn't I fall asleep the
You
last
did.
20 minutes?
You did.
Like, I just couldn't get into it. I think, what's her name? Leslie Jones? Is that her name?
Yes.
She was in it. I mean, she had some good scenes, some
She
funny
did really good.
parts. I think it just would have sucked without her, but I probably won't watch it again.
She definitely was the highlight of the film.
Yeah.
Coming into this, off rip, my expectation was not high because you cannot do better or even come close to the first one, which is a classic. So I know it's hard for everybody to not compare to the first one.
Right.
But that's all you have to go by is the first one. But I was open-minded. I didn't compare it to the first one.
But it wasn't even close.
No, it wasn't. The good thing about it was majority of the cast was present except for his mother, who played his mother, Prince Akeem's mother. Rest in peace to her.
Right.
Majority of people were there, so that was good to see.
But I wonder what happened to the sister.
Yeah,
it's like they showed all these other relevant people in the movie.
Yeah.
But the sister and then the ex.
Eric, his name's Eric LaSalle, the guy with the Jericho Soul Glow. Yeah, he wasn't there.
I don't think he was in it, right?
No, he wasn't. But majority of the original cast was there. That's a blessing for them to still be alive. That's cool.
Oh yeah. They all look good. Black don't crack
at all. But I want to say this too, because there's a lot of the movie got bashed, really bad.
Yeah.
But I want to say this because we live in the days and time that if you don't agree with everybody, you're hating. That's.
I mean, it could be looked at it as hating, I guess.
Listen,
call it what you want. I don't care. I hated it.
No, you hated the movie, but you're not hating on the movie. It's a difference. But for me, speaking for myself, I just didn't like it. I don't hate it. I'm not hating on it.
But what's hating on it? Like speaking negatively about it?
When you don't agree with everyone else agrees on, you're hating on it. The movie just wasn't good. Mm-hmm. That's to me. It just wasn't good. It wasn't. It just wasn't good. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure I'm not gonna watch it again. And if you haven't seen it, don't even waste your time.
The guy that played Hakeem's son wasn't good. He was corny.
Now, was Michael B. Jordan supposed to play that role?
That's the rumor, but he wouldn't have helped. I know you ladies would have loved to see him with his shirt off and
half naked. Would have made it a little more interesting. No, but
listen, the son was whack. His father announcing that he's going to die in his own funeral was whack. The son rapping, Salt and Pepper, all that coming out, it turned into Empire to me. The writing was horrible. One of the writers is the writer from Blackish and Grownish. I like him. I like those shows, but it just wasn't good. The writing was horrible. The acting wasn't good. It was just bad. It was just bad. Like it like a parody, pretty much.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean,
so it just wasn't good. Like that's just what it is. No hate. It just wasn't good.
What, like, for everybody, if you're listening right now, if you liked it, tell us what did you like about the movie, and would you watch it again?
Yeah, leave your comments. Tell us what you liked or disliked about it, because I've seen a lot of people that liked it, but I've seen a lot of people who didn't like it, like us.
But yeah, I don't know. And not all remakes are bad. Like some people do a good job when they come out with the sequel. Like all the Fridays to me were good. Not better than the first one, but I will go back and watch all of them. I will not go back and watch.
There's some people that say I would agree that the first one is the best one, but there's some people who love the second one more or the third one more.
But what I'm saying is, you'll go back and watch it. Like me, I'll go back and watch them. I mean, I don't know in what order I could say after the first one which one is better, but I will go back and watch them. I'm not going back to watch Coming to America too.
It's very difficult to outdo or even come close to originals. Mm-hmm. We can name a few movie heads out there like myself. Terminator 2 was better than the first one. Mm-hmm. Some people might like Rush Hour 2 better than the first one.
Right.
Another 48 Hours is some people say is better than 48 Hours. Like it's some people like Bad Boys 2 than Bad Boys. Like
Best Man Holiday.
Right. But it's
Best Man Holiday to me was better than Best Man.
And you can argue and say that the first Best Man was better, but it's very hard to outdo or even come close to the original. It doesn't happen often. So
I agree. But let us know what y'all think about it and what y'all liked about that movie.
It was rushed. It was rushed. It was just.
But didn't they started in 2017?
Yeah.
So can we really say it was rushed or just whack?
The original came out 30 years ago, and then you started 2017, 2018. It just seemed rushed.
They had enough time to come out with a better version of that movie. If
Absolutely.
they started in 2017, they could have did better. The writing just, I don't know.
Some of those actors don't even deserve to be next to Eddie Murphy. This is another example of Hollywood lacking creativity. Instead of just coming up with something new, you had to go and grab something that came out 20, 30 years ago. So you guys let us know about that. Off of that, what you got over there?
Let's go ahead and get on live before we get into this next topic. I was having a conversation with one of my girlfriends, and that's how this one came about.
Of course.
And you all right today?
I'm good, man.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. But we was having a conversation, and I've had this conversation actually with other people before, but
women.
I'm gonna ask the question: how soon is too soon to post your new bae after a divorce or a breakup?
Good question. And while we set up live, of course, if you have any stories or anything you'd like us to go over, you can check us out at the thomasgang2020@gmail.com. I'm only going to say that once.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we was talking about it because she was in a situation. She was married actually, and they went their separate ways. And while they were separated, they both end up meeting someone new. As a matter of fact, he moved on a lot quicker than she did. But when she moved on, a lot of people gave her a lot of slack because she was seen out in public with the new guy that she was dating.
What the hell is the live? Talking about this. I'm having a hard time finding it live, yo.
I don't think they did no recent changes. You should just go to it like you're going to the story, and then you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so she was seen out in public with the new guy, and a lot of people gave her a lot of slack because of it, because she was technically still married but separated.
Okay. How long she been separated? Let's dissect this.
I'm not sure exactly. It was longer than 6 months, I'm sure. But like I said, a few of the other women that I've had this discussion with, it's been months, almost a year. And everybody was saying it's too soon for her to be seen out in public or to be posting on social media, hanging out with this person. So even if it was a guy, like, guys, ladies, how soon is too soon before you guys can post your new bae?
You said a couple of months. I think it's too soon. I'm not gonna just say just gender. It's too soon for anybody. And a lot of times when people do that, is to get back at their ex.
Well, that's one way.
That's majority of the time. That's one way to do it. Is to get even and show your ex, hey, I done moved on from you. Here you go. Look at it.
You think that's why people do it?
Yes.
Well, in this that wasn't the case this time. From this situation, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more detail. She was just hanging out with someone. They was having a good time. They was having fun, and she didn't necessarily post a picture of them together, but she, just like everybody else, just like she always did, she posted something where they was out, and she was just pretty much just posting the scenery, and he happened to be in it. She didn't tag him. She didn't mention anything. He just happened to be around. I don't believe it was for her ex, because again, her ex don't even have social media. Nobody they know, like, they don't have mutual friends like that's on social media. They're a little bit older. So I don't think it was for that reason. I think people were just being nosy, and people like to be in your business. So they was, gave her a lot of slack saying you shouldn't have been posting him so soon when you're only separated and not legally divorced.
I can see that. I can understand it. I mean, I just think it's just the thing, girls are guys. I feel like, speaking from experience, if you are still with somebody, whether you separated or you're officially divorced, get some time to yourself. A couple of months, I still think.
To post him?
Yeah. Because a lot of times, like, that first person is just a rebound person. That person is just temporarily. That's
what they say. It's not always true, but that's what people always seem to think.
The odds and chance of you keeping that, probably the first person, that quickly is not going to last, because you still have stuff inside of you that you got to get out.
No, I think it lasts in certain situations, because I also know a lot of guys where they left their girlfriends or wives, and let's say they cheated and had a baby, right? They went and lived with the person that they had an affair with, and it lasted. They're still with them.
How often? Okay, that's for the guy.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's for the guy. Mm-hmm. I think that works a little bit
differently for men.
Than the woman, yeah.
Well, that goes into the next question. But before we go there, someone said you should wait at least a year before posting the other person on social media. Somebody put a month later. Anytime prior to 6 months is too soon.
I agree, but I'm also on the side that I don't want to put a time limit on it. But I do think
that's what I was gonna say.
But I do think a couple of months is too early. I think you still need to get your girl or guy, need to get yourself together first. You still have unfinished business inside of you, and legally, if you're still on papers, that you got to get out of your system. Like it's no way you're ready to go out there and date. Like you can have friends.
Before we get to the dating question, like I feel like, okay, when it comes to social media, I feel like you should be able to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? If you can handle the backlash and handle all that, then do what you want to do. But if you're a sensitive person and you feel like you have to explain everything that you do, or, you know, just kind of get, you know, if you're sensitive about it, don't post it. Don't post it. Don't even post your business. But I feel like people should do what they want to do.
And also the people that follow you may not know your business. Mm-hmm. So if they don't know that you're separated or going through a divorce, and then they see you post another guy or girl up there.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it disrespectful to post another guy or a girl when you're still separated but not divorced? Like, is it disrespectful to your ex? Like, what if it's your wife or your husband? You know what I mean? And you guys are separated, but you're out posting that you're with somebody else.
I think so, because even though you separated, who knows? You guys can get back together. You might. I
feel like if you're gonna do that, you have to know for sure.
You got to be completely separated.
Don't be indecisive. Like, just know for sure that, okay, I'm not going back to this person. It's dead right now. I'm just waiting on the legal aspects of this thing to finalize. Then I feel like you should be able to do what you want to do. But if you're not sure, don't do it.
Listen, man, I know this is a thing for, you know, for guys who in that situation. They want to go smash a bunch of chicks after it don't work. Mm-hmm. Women feel like they wasted their time. They missing something. Say they want to go get guys. You got to sit back and evaluate yourself, even if it wasn't your fault in the relationship.
Well, that's the next question before you.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this one was just about the posting. But I guess we can get into it. I mean, anybody online?
Oh, yeah. I just, yeah. Let me see why you go to the next question. I've seen many people marry and have children with the rebound. Yeah, it's not something that's impossible.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my point. And they post it.
Yeah, not something impossible. But for the man, that's they're more likely to do that than the woman. Let me see. So disrespectful. Yeah,
it is disrespectful. So the next question that I had following that one about the posting them, was a woman gets criticized more than a man if she moves on too quickly from a breakup or divorce. You agree or disagree with that?
I would agree, but
like 90% of everybody agrees.
But that's a part of the double standards. That's just what it is.
But why is that a double standard? I don't understand that. I feel like if both of you guys are at a point where you're done, time waits for no one. Unless you feel like you need to be healed, unless you feel like you're still hurting and you're still, feeling something for that relationship. But if you know that relationship is done and is dead, move on. Don't worry about what nobody else says. Time waits for nobody. If you feel like you're ready and you're mature enough, don't put a time limit on when you can start dating.
But let's go back to what I said. Give yourself time. Mm-hmm. Give yourself time. I think a lot of the reason why a woman is judged more than a man, because like I said, like the story you said, women are more quickly to put a picture of a man, show that I'm over it. I'm going to show you what you're missing. Mm-hmm. So they put that stuff out there more than the man does. I think that's one reason why women are more criticized than the man is. Like women think more with their emotions, so their mind is all over the place. They're not thinking correctly. And a guy could be doing the same thing, but you probably won't see it.
No, I mean, you've seen it on both sides. I mean, I've seen it on both sides, but I think that for some reason when it comes to women, they get criticized more because they're expected to be the one that's hurt in the relationship. That's why I feel like they get criticized more. And people automatically assume that the woman needs the more time to heal. The woman needs more time to get herself together. But if the man and the woman decide to split and the man goes off and he done, started a whole new family, nobody says nothing to him.
Oh, yeah, they do. Because if he does that, he's wrong for starting a new family. He does get criticized.
No, I'm saying like even not even having an affair. Let's just say they just separated, they divorced.
And he got another family.
Right.
Oh, he gets criticized. He
but
does. Because the first thing they're going to say is, wow, he moved fast. So that means he was already talking to that girl while we were together.
See, well, now you just contradict what you said, because now you say you agreed that women get criticized more than a man does. Now you...
No, I didn't. This is what I'm saying. Listen, this is very important. I didn't say men don't get criticized. I said women get criticized more.
Right.
And I just said that. You said they don't get criticized at all. I said they do get criticized, because if they move on and get married and get a whole nother family, they're going to say he was cheating with this person because he moved too fast. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
Women definitely do get criticized more. That. Yeah, they do. But again, because they do more when it comes to that. When they're hurt, they want the whole world to know that they're hurt. They cut their hair. They go to Atlanta. Guys ain't doing this. You see what I'm saying? So they put it out there. They want empathy. They want comfort. It's girls trip. It's all this stuff. So this stuff is seen more than what guys do. Guy get hurt. He trying to hide that. And the only way some of the guys can fix that is to go out and smash some more women. But he's not going to go to dinner and show the food and show the female face. He's not going to do that.
No, what guys do is you'll start seeing them posting a bunch of pictures with their friends and hanging out with their friends, because they're not with that girl anymore.
And for some guys, it's a sign of weakness to show the vulnerability. You see what I'm saying? He going to go out and it may be a whole facade fronting. He going to go with a bunch of his friends, like you said. They're going to have drinks everywhere. They're going to be smoking. He not going to show that he's hurt. A woman going to show that she's hurt.
Right.
That's why I say that women are criticized more.
I get that.
But I say both male or female, man. A divorce is one of the worst things you can experience. I don't wish that on nobody.
I'm sure.
So you got to take time to yourself and get yourself right. I don't recommend going out there in the dating market, trying to get be happy or have fun when you're not right. Because leaving a relationship. Let me tell y'all. Let me say this real quick. No, I'm sorry. Getting out of a marriage, especially if you've been in a marriage for a number of years, and then you go out there in the dating field, it's a whole new ball game.
Yeah.
So you're behind. You're like somebody just getting out of jail, coming home for the first time, trying to figure out how to use Instagram or something.
Somebody says he hide it because men don't have emotional support like women do.
That's a good point.
That is a good point.
Mario makes it happen. That's a great point. Like women have,
But they don't have it because just like you said, men don't share that. They feel like it's a weakness. It's a sign of weakness if they share that with other men. That's why they don't have that. It's not that it's not available. It's just something that they don't share. Women will share with their girlfriends, mother, whoever will listen.
Well, if they don't share it, it's not available.
Right. Yeah. That's what I said. So, that's why that is. But let me tell y'all a quick story. So,
story time.
A friend of mine, this is how this came up. Her and her husband separated. The divorce is not final, but they've been separated for almost a year, going on over a year, right? Now, during the separation, he had moved on. He's living with, someone else. And
nasty nigga.
She recently found someone that she was interested in. So, not recently. I'll say they've been in maybe a couple of months. She is really liking this guy. They're getting serious. They've been hanging out. They're even getting to a point where they're going to move in together. Now, mind you, her husband already moved in and started a whole new relationship with somebody else, right? Their mutual friends haven't said anything to him, but they coming at her like, oh, you moving too quickly. You're moving too fast. You need to make sure it's over with. Even though her ex-husband already done moved on. I mean, what are you holding on to? What are you waiting for? Is she wrong?
What do we know the reason why they broke up? Because they're saying something.
He had an affair.
Oh, he had an affair. And his circle.
Well, you know what? They had problems I think that led to his affair. They had problems and they separated. And when they separated, he started messing with someone else during their separation.
Don't make it right. Because they're still legally married, even though they were separated.
But divorce has been filed. So now they're just waiting for the paperwork to go through. Divorce has been filed.
I mean, she's not wrong if she want to move on. He has. And the divorce is final. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like it's not like now divorce wasn't final and they said this. But even still, they can't say that because he moved on.
Right.
Like once you guys are separated and you know you're not going to get back together.
Right.
It's whatever. But if you feel like if no one's doing anything and they just need time to breathe for whatever reason, mm-hmm. I can understand that circle saying something. But it's
I think right, and I think people say something out of concern. You know, they're probably feeling like, you know what, you just went through a divorce, which is not an easy thing. It's not a walk in the park.
Not at all.
You need to give yourself time to get past that. But if you're one of those people that feel like you get over a man by getting under a new man or whatever,
it's the worst thing that you could do. It's fellas, it's the same thing.
But for some people, that works for them. For some people, it doesn't. I get it, but I don't feel like that applies to everybody because for some people, it does work. It does work. I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you give yourself a grace period, you shouldn't put a time on it. Like, I don't feel like she jumped into something too soon because she was single for a while before she got serious with this other person.
What's a while? Al, what up?
I mean, 2, 3, 4 months. You know what I mean? But that was after she already knew her marriage was over.
How long they been married?
I don't know. 6, 7 years maybe.
That's a long time.
Maybe even more. Even more.
Okay, 6 years and up. Mm-hmm. Jump to somebody you knew 2 or 3 months.
But I feel like this. I feel like when you get to a point of divorce, your marriage is not over the day that you file.
Of course,
your marriage been over. You've been separated. True. So those feelings probably was gone prior to them getting a divorce.
But those feelings are not going to go away, especially if you're the victim. Those mm-hmm. feelings are not going to go away. You have 6 or 7 years of feelings. Mm-hmm. They're not going to go away overnight or in a couple of months.
Right.
Your feelings of you being married and being happy, I guarantee you probably outweighed the discomfort that you had in that marriage. And you can't throw them away that fast.
Here's my thing. Even though your feelings may not be gone, your marriage is over. So what are you holding on to? Your marriage is dead. Ain't no going back to it.
Ain't no going back to it, but you cannot throw away just that fast what you had.
But who said you're throwing it away? If it's already dead.
You're throwing it away when I'm talking about your feelings, not your marriage. You're not going to get rid of them overnight by you talking to somebody else in 2 or 3 months and you've been married. Now,
But who said that?
I'm just saying, because you said don't put a time stamp on it. And
I'm saying on your healing process.
Oh, okay,
if you feel like your heart is healed, do you?
I would love to see the ratio on failures.
Yeah.
On that, because to me it's higher. It's higher.
Well, yeah, because it's always known as the next guy that you get into a relationship or the next woman is a rebound relationship. Yeah.
You are.
Now, I ain't saying it work for everybody, but for those who do work,
you are going to get a temporary feeling, especially fellas, because we're going after the women. You're gonna have your fun. You're gonna have your 1 or 2, a couple of girls. Mm-hmm.
So is that okay for the women to have their fun?
It's not okay for anybody. This is what I'm saying.
What if the person you with knows, like, hey, I'm not looking for nothing serious?
Oh, that's cool,
right?
But at the end, someone's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Because someone's going to catch feelings. Because someone, and most likely it's going to be that. It might be the guy, but I'm going to say it's going to be the female. Okay, we've been doing this for quite some time now. Mm-hmm. What are we going to do? That person got divorced. He just got divorced. He's not thinking about doing anything else. Mm-hmm. He just want to have fun because he's been going through hell the past couple of months. That's going to be a problem. And then fellas, like I said, like I'm about to say, you're going to have 2 or 3 girls. It's going to be fun in the beginning. But they're not always going to pick up the phone.
The number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
You know why? Because they want to be with something stable or they got something else going on. They're not going to always pick up the phone. So then you're going to be by yourself. You know why? Because it's just
But if
temporary.
that's what you want, then, I mean, you can't be mad at the situation. I feel like as long as 2 people are understand where the relationship lies. Like, hey, I'm not looking for nothing serious. I just got out of a, divorce, and you set those boundaries and you let that person know up front.
Yeah, the person who says that is fine with it. The other person ain't gonna be fine with it.
Well, then they don't need to continue a relationship. That's why that needs to be set.
Yeah, if it's said, that's cool. Mm-hmm. Then there's gonna be another person, then another person, then another person. Like,
but have your fun. Just don't play with people. Don't play with people's time.
Yeah,
you know what
bring
I mean?
it to
Let
the table.
them know what
be
it
honest,
is.
straight up. Yeah, you have to be honest and straight up. Bring it to the table. Tell
because
them what you want.
Hell, somebody else might be like, oh, they just got out of divorce. They ain't looking for nothing serious. I ain't looking for nothing serious. It might work.
But it is.
You can't have no expectations on it though.
It is a disaster. Like, do not do it. I'm telling you. What does it say? 214 National Find Out Where You Stand Day.
We just passed that.
Yeah.
Man, if you don't get no gift, but you can't be mad if someone says, hey, I'm not looking for something serious.
No,
I just want to hang out, and you don't get nothing. You can't put expectations on the person. You cannot put expectations on someone who's being straight up with you.
We have to eliminate the get back, the get even. We have to eliminate I'm too macho to express my feelings. The guys. We have to eliminate this stuff. You have to do better. Work on yourself, whether you're going to be with somebody else or not. Mm-hmm. No one's going to love you like you love yourself.
Right.
Do not think X amount of years of marriage is going to just be wiped away for a couple of months of fun.
Right. Absolutely.
What do you want? Do you want seasonal or temporarily good feeling, or you want happiness? However that happiness is, whether it's with somebody or by yourself. Either way, you need to get help, male or female.
Yeah. So that I hate to say this because you just don't know the situation, but when it comes to a divorce or a breakup, you know what I mean? Both people play a part in some way. Both people play a part. So it's like you got to take time and see how you could grow, how you could do something better, how you don't make those same mistakes. Each person, I feel like, in not just a divorce, just any breakup, have to look at their past relationship and learn from it.
Yeah,
but you need that time. You need that time to know who you are and what changes that you're going to make.
Yeah, in a relationship, it's always going to be one person that caused more harm than the other one.
Oh yeah.
So if you are a victim, you pull yourself to the side. I did some things wrong, probably not as more than the other person did. But what can I do to be better? Mm-hmm. If I do decide to be in another relationship,
right?
What can I can't make those same mistakes that I did.
Sometimes the other person might say, well, they're the reason why I did this. They're the reason why I cheated. They're the reason why I left. You know what I mean? So it's like both people play a part. And so that history don't repeat itself, everybody has to take accountability for that breakup or for that divorce.
My black men out there, get therapy. And anyone that says that, especially coming out of a rough marriage or relationship, if they say they don't need therapy, get the hell away from them. You need therapy. X, what up? If you're denying to get help or therapy and everything is everybody else's fault, men or women, stay away from that person.
But what if you're already into something and before it gets to a divorce, the person doesn't want to get help? What do you do then? They don't want to get therapy.
Get away from them.
Even if you're already in the marriage?
Or if you
before it gets to divorce, right? Before it gets to that point, and let's say only one person wants to get therapy and the other doesn't, because the other doesn't feel like they're doing anything wrong, or that therapy may not help them.
Well, if you're not doing therapy, you have to do something you have to get some kind of help. Therapy is not for everybody, but more people need to do it. You have to do something
I agree
to help yourself. If you don't want to do therapy, there's a Bible. If you have a good understanding, open-minded circle around you,
good friends, good support system.
Talk to them. Some kind of support system. You cannot push yourself away from any kind of help and expect to get out of it on your own.
Right.
Because now you're not willing to get any kind of help. So why should we stay together when we obviously need help?
Right.
So if you don't want to get help and you're not willing to try to change, then we probably don't need to be together.
Right.
Because you're not taking accountability for
accountability
for what you're doing.
Right. That is true.
So why deal with that? But my black men, we got to get therapy, man. Black women too.
Yeah. Black people.
I'm
starting to see it more and more.
Yeah. Shout out to all the people getting therapy, all the platforms pushing it because it's needed. And
before marriage, I think it's needed, definitely.
If you think your marriage is going to survive on just your love, you're crazy. All newlyweds, they ask you, get therapy.
We're still newlyweds. Are we still newlyweds?
Yeah, we are.
Are we?
Well, people who, we are. Like after 4 years.
That's when the honeymoon phase over.
But if you haven't got married yet and you think, oh, we're in love, oh, we don't need therapy. Yes, you do. Do it. That way you put everything out on the table to make sure you're making the right decision.
Somebody put facts. DJ Real Life. People need help.
What up? Yeah, we need help, man.
You need to do something. You can't hold it
man,
inside.
all that macho stuff, man. No, so I'm gonna be vulnerable right now. I'm gonna put my situation out there a little bit. When I needed help, there's a lot of people push me away. A lot of people. It was a couple of people that stuck around because they cared. Mm-hmm. And I thank them people. And I got therapy.
Right. Now, was this something that your friends had pushed you to do?
Nah, I pushed myself to do it.
Oh, you pushed yourself to do it?
Because I know I needed help.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of people who pushed me away.
So you went and did it on your own?
On my own. Well, a doctor recommended to me because I was one of those people guys that was like, oh, I'll never do therapy.
Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of people.
Yeah. I was one of them guys.
And a lot of people won't even admit it, that they've done therapy or that
there's nothing wrong with it.
I've done therapy. We've both done therapy. We've done it like individually, like before me and you got together, and we've done it together, like premarital counseling.
It doesn't make you weak to get therapy. It makes you weak if you don't try to get any kind of help. You're weak. But I got it.
But some people, I think they don't like to, they feel like a stranger can't help them.
Or they don't want to. Who is this person?
What changed your mind? You said the doctor encouraged you to do it?
The doctor suggested it.
Oh, okay.
Recommended.
Okay.
And I went. Because when you feel like you're at your last, you're back against the wall, you're willing to try anything at this point.
Right. That's true. That's true. And when you feel like there's no hope, so you would recommend it based on your experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Absolutely. This was before the trend of doing it. It's a trend now, but this is before. Yes, this is a trend when Charlamagne, all these guys are doing it now. This is before all that.
What's the trend?
Get therapy. It's trendy.
I mean, if there is such a thing, that's a good thing because it's bringing awareness to it.
I'm glad it's bringing awareness, but like a lot of things that's going on, we don't know if it's official or it's trendy, and you can spot it out sometimes. It is trendy right now.
Well, that's probably a good trend then, if that's the case.
Yeah. So, anything else, man?
No, I think that's it. Let us know what y'all think about all the topics that we went over.
All right, IG Live, thank you for joining us, man. Catch the rest on YouTube when we post it on our page. All right, thank you for joining us.
All right. Yeah, but that's true, man. A lot of people do need, to get therapy, especially when they feel like they're at their breaking point or there's nothing left to hold on to, especially before divorce.
Right. I would say if you feel like because
it's like, what else you have to lose?
Yeah, if you feel like it still can work, therapy, like we said, therapy or some kind of support system. And then even if you feel like it can't work and it doesn't work and you guys separate, get therapy. Get some kind of help. Do not go out here.
You cannot feel like you don't need it or that you're there's nothing that you're doing to make the relationship better or worse. You have to get help.
Do not go out here thinking I'm gonna get help from these clubs because everybody
from the what?
These clubs.
The clubs.
Because
some people do that. They need attention.
Everybody on demon time out there. So beware. So anything else before we get out?
Nope, that's it. Man, it's been a minute since we did one of these.
Yeah, it is. Again,
we've been so busy. That's why.
Yeah, we have. And again, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Leave comments.
Eat my strawberry.
Okay, you do that all loud on the microphone.
Sorry.
And Thomas Game, man, we out.